Hi kids, welcome to another Kids Central Online. My name is Mrs. Amy Jennings. For those of you who do not know me, I am the Kid Ministry Director at North Central Church. I'm so glad that you have joined me, as always, on this beautiful Sunday morning. I could not resist doing the video outside this week. We've had such beautiful weather. The sun has been shining. The birds have been singing their beautiful songs. So I thought I'd record this video outside for you today. So the first thing we are going to do is practice our memory verse. Last week in Kids Central, I had the kids help me put some motions to our memory verse. I'm going to show you the motions that they came up with, and you can practice this verse at home with those motions. Did you know that doing hand motions to remember something helps you remember it? Again, we are talking about El Olam, the everlasting God. Let's do this verse together. The Lord is the everlasting God, creator of all the earth. He never grows weak or weary. No one can measure the depths of his understanding. Isaiah 40, verse 28. Again, I'll do the hand motions really quick. The Lord is the everlasting God, creator of all the earth. He never grows weak or weary. No one can measure the depths of his understanding. You think you got the hand motions? Let's try it one last time. The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of all the earth. He never grows weak or weary. No one can measure the depths of his understanding. Isaiah 40, verse 28. All right, we're going to get to our story. Today's Bible story comes out of Numbers chapter 13 and chapter 14. The story is called Israel Spies Out the Land. Eventually, the people reached the land of Canaan. God said to Moses, "Send some men to explore the land I am giving you. Choose one man from each tribe to go." How many tribes were there? Do you know? There were 12 tribes. So Moses picked 12 men, one from each tribe, to spy out the land. He told them, "See what the land is like, and whether the people who live there are strong or weak, few or many. What kind of land do they live in? Is it good or bad? What kind of towns do they live in? Do they have walls around them? Is the soil good for farming? Are there trees? Do your best to bring back some of the fruit of the land too." So the spies left the camp and explored the land of Canaan for 40 days. Wow, that's a pretty long time. When they came back, they brought a bunch of grapes big enough that 2 men had to carry it. Then they gave their report to Moses, Aaron, and all the people. But it was not what Moses was expecting. 10 of the spies said, "The land is rich and beautiful, but the people who live there are too powerful. The cities are big with high walls around them. We are not strong enough to fight them." They were afraid and did not believe God would give them what he had promised. But two of the spies, Joshua and Caleb, trusted the Lord. Caleb said, "Don't listen to these men. We should go up and capture the land, just as God wants us to. We can certainly do it." But the fearful spies argued with Caleb and Joshua. "We can't attack those people. They are stronger than we are. They are so big that we look like tiny grasshoppers compared to them. It will never work," they said. Who do you think the people believed? If you said the 10 spies, you're correct. They believed the 10 fearful spies. The spies who did not trust that God would keep his promise. God said he would give these people the land. But they didn't believe him. They even said, if this is what is ahead, it would be better for us to return to Egypt. We should choose a leader to take us back. Joshua and Caleb said, "The Lord has a wonderful land he is ready to give us. If he is pleased with us, he will give it to us, a land that flows with milk and honey. Don't rebel against the Lord. Don't be afraid of the people living there. We will swallow them up because God has removed their protection and he's with us." But the people refused to listen. In fact, they said that Joshua and Caleb should be stoned to death. Then suddenly, everything stopped. The glory of the Lord appeared at the tent of meeting. God had something to say too. The Lord said, "How long will this people despise me? And how long will they not believe in me, in spite of all the signs I have done among them?" God knew that the people were afraid because they did not trust or believe him. Again, God threatened to destroy all of Israel and start over with Moses alone. But again, Moses was the mediator between God and the people, and he reminded God of his forgiveness. 10 of the spies came back with a bad report because they did not believe that God would do what he said. They forgot about who God was. They forgot about what God had done for these people. Let's stop right here. What can you remember that God has done for the Israelites in all the stories we've heard about them? Well, he sent the 10 plagues to deliver the people from Pharaoh. He parted the Red Sea so that they could walk through on dry land. And when they were safely across, the sea came crashing down on Pharaoh and his army. He provided them with water in the desert, food, manna every day, and quail, a type of bird, meat that they could eat for a whole month. God gave them the 10 commandments. They heard the thundering and the rumbling on the mountain where Moses went to meet with God. They saw the cloud by day and the fire by night. That was God's presence going with them. These are the things that God had done for them to be able to see, and still they did not believe that God was bigger than those enemies in Canaan. But see, Joshua and Caleb were different. They did believe in God, and they didn't forget that God was with them. They had faith in God's power. If He promised to give them the land, He was going to help them win it. Just as Joshua and Caleb put their faith in God's power to deliver them from their enemies and give them the promised land, we are called to put our faith in Jesus, who saves us from our greatest enemies, sin and death. Do you know when we have faith in Jesus Christ, we can read this Bible as part of our story too. We are connected to the family of God, and that means we are connected way back to Abraham and the people of Israel. So when we read these stories about what God did for them, we can trust in God. That can help our hearts to be brave, because the same God who delivered the Israelites from Egypt and provided them with food and water in the desert is the same God we call Father today. He is good to us. He loves us. He loves you. And He has invited you to come, believe in Jesus, and be part of His family. That is our story for today. I'm going to be posting, as always, some questions in the description of this video that you and your family can talk about this week. Talk about this story. Talk about those questions and dive a little bit deeper into what this story means for you. I will see you guys right back here next Sunday for another Kid Central Online. Take care.